All right, we're back looking at the Tower of Babel. Just a quick note, I love these little parallels and patterns in the Bible. After the flood, the first kingdom that opposes God is Babel. Okay, that's short for Babylon. And then the last entity that opposes God in the book of Revelation is Babylon, spiritual Babylon, that is. So it's from Babel to Babylon, the opposers of God. Very interesting that the European Union has the Tower of Babel as their logo. But enough of that. Onward. Let's look at the text. That's what matters. And here it says that they were doing it to make a name for themselves, lest they be scattered abroad. God commanded them to be scattered abroad and make babies and spread out all over the earth. How hard can that be? Make love and build a house and claim some property. But no, they didn't want to do that. You know, we're so in rebellion against God that even when He tells us to do something that feels good and is fun and has meaning, we're like, no, I'll try something different. I'll be a slave and work on this tower here. But notice this here in verse 5. It says, "And the Lord came down," that's Jehovah, "to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded." Verse 6, "And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do." Now notice, it's the Lord that comes down, but notice how He speaks in a plurality. He says, "Go to, let us," that's plural, "go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech." So God's going to put a halt to their project, and He's going to do it by changing their languages. This is where all the ancient languages came from. Very interesting, because it also says, "So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city." The remains of it were still in ancient Babylon. The historian Herodotus tells us. But also, I want you to notice, He's going to get His will done one way or another. He scatters them. That was His original intention. He wanted them to do it on their own, but now He's forcing them, and He changed their language so they couldn't communicate with one another. Now, I want you to notice He scattered them from abroad from thence, and it's very interesting that linguists have shown that all the languages can be traced back to that same area, the land of Shinar, or at least the Indo-European languages. So this can be proven linguistically and historically. We can't really prove supernatural things, but we shouldn't ignore them just because we haven't seen them. Not everything is empirical, friends. But I also want to notice that God, even though He's a singular entity, it's in the plural, and there's a reason for that. We'll get to it in the next video.